morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the final week of Daily Dose before we take a month-long break, which we need.
Yes.
I need the break. Do you need the break, Dr. Mary?
I think I might. I've got.
So definitive.
Well, I got most of the stuff done for going back to the real world.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll need to pull that together. But I was invited to speak at an event in early September. So that's one more thing I've got to try and spend some time working on. So it's going to be fun.
I need the break more mentally than time-wise. This is not such a huge time commitment. You know, if you're watching it with us, you know it's 15 minutes. But you also likely know that 15 minutes of live is a fair amount of back prep. And we don't do a huge amount of it, but it's there, and I need that break. I also need the woman I've hired to help us decide what's next. I need her to come up with a great plan that gives us the opportunity to grow this thing.
Yeah.
Or to be done. I don't know, we'll find out. We'll come back in early September and let everybody know what we're doing. I hope we're not done.
I do too, actually.
I don't really want to be done.
No, yeah, like we said last week, it's been incredibly beneficial for me and you, and from some reports that trickle down to us to people that watch this. So
yeah. So we're going back to a conversation today that we had really early on last summer because we were reminded of it. We were at the lake this weekend with my dad and stepmom and my brothers and their families and Quinn and his girlfriend. So there were 13 of us together. That's probably also partly why I'm tired. It was a big weekend. But we were in a very cute little store at this little unnamed town, and really, really charming store. But there was a wall of flour sack hand towels, dish towels, and on rows, almost like they were hung up to dry. And I just want to read you some of what was on these towels. And some of them are not about this. Like here's one, coffee. Noun, liquid that smells like fresh ground heaven. Bacon, duct tape for the kitchen. Made with love and a whole lot of butter. How do I like my eggs? In a cake. So some of them are, benign and cute and clever. And then some of them are this. Finally found my sleep number. It's 4, with 4 glasses of wine underneath. My workout routine, and twist, and twist, and twist, and twist again with a corkscrew. Does anyone know which page of the Bible explains how to turn water into wine? Asking for a friend. Who is this moderation that everyone is telling me to drink with? To reduce stress, I do yoga. Just kidding. I drink wine in my yoga pants. I just rescued some wine. It was trapped in a bottle. There's one more. Girlfriends, therapists you can drink with. So, we can get to the alcohol piece in a moment. I want to get to just the insipidness of these stupid ass towels. What in the hell is the matter with women that they tolerate this crap? What is the matter with us?
I apologize for laughing, but
it is just the worst.
When you go off on one of your tangents like this, I find it very amusing. If you were in this much irkness with me, it wouldn't be so funny, but you're not. And I get this.
Yeah, you didn't design these stupid towels.
I get it. Why am I laughing? It is stupid, but it's just funny the way you react to it.
Okay, say more, please.
I don't know if you react to it because you're married to an alcoholic enjoying sobriety, or I don't know if you're really reacting to it because you just think they're stupid.
They embarrass me. They embarrass me on behalf of my gender. Because what they say is the equivalent to like 1950s coffee parties when women had nothing else to do but get together and giggle. We have brains. Stuff lives up here that matters, that could contribute something of quality and value to the community, to the world. And crap like this just throws it out the window. Throws it out the window, and in essence makes us playthings.
Yeah, I can
And
see
it's
that.
women
yeah.
giving it to women. No man would give this to a woman. It's girlfriends. Okay, first of all, I hate that phrase. I have friends who are women.
Oh,
Dr.
sorry.
Mary, I have friends who are women. I'm not interested in having girlfriends. But it's women giving these to women as like a, don't be a ridiculous sap. Have some integrity. First of all, alcoholism is a problem. It's a problem.
So
it's
you-
not a trivial thing.
You think it's on the same level as, what's the last thing a guy says to his best friend before he wakes up in front of a nurse?
Watch this.
Hold my beer and watch
Hold
this.
my beer. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying men don't do this too, but there's just this phenomenal proliferation of wine culture in kitchen crap. Your pot holders and your t-shirts and your tea towels and all that junk. Can't you be more interesting than that?
It does actually. Our son said something just this week too. One of the things that really, he said it infuriated him. Was when you see these things. Oh, I've just got time for a quick one glass of wine, and the glass is like this big. That annoys him.
Because it's stupid. It's like this weird overcompensation of acceptability to justify something that is literally killing thousands and thousands of people a year. And in my mind, it is this idea of it's how we separate drunks from social drinkers. And I'm here to tell you I was married to a social drinker who became a drunk, and it's nothing to laugh at. So do we have to take alcoholism and, no, let me restate that. Do we have to take alcohol consumption extremely seriously? I don't know. I guess not. There are plenty of people who drink it socially, drink it casually, drink it appropriately, including me to some extent. But there is this it goes back to last week's box wine slippery slope. If you have this junk around your house, what message are you sending to the people who visit you? What message are you sending to your children? What message are you trying to convey about yourself? That it's so, that you have such a handle on it that you want to display it everywhere? Don't be stupid. You probably have some level of problem. I'm not trying to play a diagnostic person here. I am in no position to diagnose you. But I am in a position to be observant as a human being and to tell you that incredibly smart, successful, affluent people, exhibit A, can become alcoholics easily. And that some of this cultural normativeness is absolutely factoring in to women in particular, seeing this profound uptick in addiction. Profound. Think about our conversation with Shannon Burris-Jones. She had a whole system in place so that nobody ever knew how much she was drinking. That's because her drinking was out of control and she knew it. And so she hid it.
Normalized it.
She normalized it. She found ways to avoid ever having to address it until she decided to address it.
No, I mean, you're absolutely right that this could be innocent fun, or it could be a market for normalizing and hiding your addiction. And that fantastic conversation we had, if you go back to what I said a couple of times, we were just handed any glossy magazine, you can find them online, like the questionnaires of how much do you drink, and then we were told to do it again and not lie, and then do it again and double it. So you do get a normalization, and yes, these can be a bit of fun, but there is a danger to them, which good for you for wanting to talk about this morning, and you had the presence of mind to take the pictures. More presence in mind than actually trying to bring me into the deal. Dana told me to stand here and don't move, and I had no idea what the hell she was doing, because apparently I was a plank on Saturday.
I just think that there is, would you put up tea towels that say things like, I'm only racist when I've had too much to drink? We all suffer from some degree of racism. We just do. You can say you don't. That's the first indicator that you do. So do yourself a favor and don't say, I don't mean to be racist, or I'm not a racist, but yeah, that makes you a racist. You would not put that on a tea towel and hang it in your kitchen. You wouldn't say things like, I'm ashamed that my children are fat. Ha ha ha. There's serious things that we don't treat as a casual occurrence. These tea towels are taking a very serious subject, which is a problem. Now, let me say this. It might not be a problem for you. Great. Great. Way more people can manage alcohol than can't. We're not here to say if you drink, everyone's an alcoholic. That's not the point. Way more people can manage it than cannot. But you absolutely have people in your life who cannot manage it. You might not know it. I didn't know it. You might not know it, but you do. Be sensitive to other people and their struggles, whether you know it or not. And for goodness sake, stop giving these as gifts. Be intellectually interesting. I wear yoga pants when I drink my wine is not intellectually interesting. Rise above this trivial crap and be an interesting person. Be the kind of woman who makes other people say, wow, she's impressive. And I can promise you, a stupid tea towel that says, I just rescued some wine, it was trapped in a bottle, is not at all interesting. It's just not. All right, Dr. Mary, do you have anything else to say? I will step off my soapbox for the moment now.
No, I think you've hit across some good points. Yes, there's a large proportion of people who may find this funny. Some of them might not think it's a big deal. But I think one of the things that all these have in common, if you wanted to buy them for a friend, you'll buy them for a friend because you'll actually deep downwards think that your friend actually does drink a little too much. Because if you say, this is perfect for so-and-so, then so-and-so is drinking wine and making up stupid excuses, which at the moment you think is funny because you haven't worked out that your friend doesn't definitely, but might have a wee problem.
Well, and if you know that, you're probably drinking with her.
Or you drink quite happily, don't think you might have a problem, and it's not a condemning thing. I understand completely, of course, what you said about this does, as a gender, this does make you're dulling yourself down. It just makes women look so stupid.
We cannot afford to willingly participate in an activity or an economic thing that makes us look stupid. There are plenty of other things that we can't control that do that. This is something we can control.
I mean, it could be a physical manifestation of using the word like a lot, or standing pigeon-toed like you're trying to look silly.
It's just be better. Be more interesting. I mean, I don't want the bacon duct tape for the kitchen either. Quite frankly, I don't need any of my towels to have stupid aphorisms on them. That's why those progressive ads about the guy who's trying to help you not be your parents. Do we really need a sign that says live, love, laugh? No, we don't. That's true. You don't need all this garbage. Stop buying into stupid consumerism because it entertains you briefly. In my case, it irritates me briefly, or for the long term. But I just want people to be better. And I want you to not find this stuff funny, because if you're laughing at it, chances are good you need to take a hard look at some other facets of your life. And again, I say that understanding that I am not in a position to judge or diagnose. But I am a lived person who's had an experience, and this kind of stuff is an indicator, in my opinion, which is all it is. It's just my opinion, said very loudly. So that's enough for today.
It is actually, it's a valid train of thought. It really is, actually.
Yeah. Be better. That's the short answer for today. Be better. Have a great Monday. We'll be back tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.